Hey everybody, welcome back to Weekend Wandering. I know, it has been quite a while since I have last posted on the channel. A lot has happened, and nothing major or anything. I'm not great at sticking to things. I go through phases. I have shiny object syndrome where I'm really interested in this and I focus on it, and then I'm like, ooh, what's that over there? And then I get focused on that and I leave that. So, inconsistency is my forte. I just thought that I would let you know that right now I am working on trying to come back and create some more content. Since my last video, which I think was Fort Yargo at the end or middle of 2023. After that, it was just holidays, I think. I don't really know that we did much more towards the end of 2023. So we went on our ski trip in January, had the solar eclipse trip. That was the most epic trip that I took in 2024. And it was amazing. I went by myself. I drove the camper to Illinois, southern Illinois, to watch the solar eclipse. I took my dog Kaya with me. I started running back in November, so I got really focused heavy on running for a little while, and was still doing trips here and there, but I just didn't feel like recording. I really wanted to live a little bit more in the moment, and editing takes a lot of time, and I work, I try to manage a house. I wear many hats, and I know a lot of people wear many hats and still can run a YouTube regularly. I'm not one of those people, at least not right now. Time management is not something I'm super great at. We've had issues with our female dog, Kaya. We actually started going to a behaviorist because we were having really bad fear-based aggression and anxiety coming from her. And the aggression wasn't towards us or anything, but she would attack our other dogs. And actually on the solar eclipse trip, she did not attack a child, but she did lunge and snap and growl and all the stuff at a child. There were signs leading up to it, and unfortunately I didn't realize what was going on. She was trying to tell me like, hey, I'm not comfortable, and this is my first time having a dog that has issues like this. So we got in touch with a behaviorist. We have her on medication, and we're trying to work through all of that with her. So the focus has been running, Kaya, and just trying to get through everyday life. And towards the end of 2024, I actually posted on my social media that I was selling my camper. I'm not selling it anymore, but I did go through a little moment where I was going to sell it. I had it on Marketplace and everything, but I ultimately decided to keep the camper. I thought about getting rid of it just because I was like, I'm not taking it out as much as I would like to. You know, I was like, this is good. I can sell the camper. I'll save on the monthly payments from not having to pay for that. And for what I could get for it compared to what I owed, I was going to get a rooftop tent for the Tahoe. It's not quite as luxurious as the camper, but I was like, it'll be minimal. I won't have to worry about hauling anything. I'm going to save money because it's going to be a paid for system. Decided to keep the camper, and I'm glad. I do love the camper. I'm just going to deal with the payments, and it's going to be fine. I would still like to get a rooftop tent in the future, but it's unfortunately going to be very pricey. Of course, the rooftop tent that I want is very expensive. I know I don't have to get that one, but it's like, if I'm gonna spend a lot of money on a rooftop tent, like, I want a good one. I want one that I want, and the one that I want is expensive. But the roof rack that I would have to get for my Tahoe is going to be more expensive than I initially thought, because they have to remove the headliner to actually put a roof rack on that would work for a rooftop tent. Hopefully that will come sometime in the future. That's definitely not going to be until I pay off the Tahoe and or the camper. That Tahoe payment is absolutely eating me alive, but it's okay. I love the Tahoe, but I am going to be doing more trips camping out of the Tahoe, so I'll try to take you along for that and see how that works. And I am interested in another camper in the future. I don't know, because I love my Horizon so much, but again, that would be after the car is paid off. trying to set up a little camper oasis in the backyard here. Before, the camper was parked kind of over here, but I was like, oh, I like it under the trees. It's shaded a little bit more. And yeah, so we moved this picnic table. It actually was right there. So we moved it over here, and we're going to put like a fire pit or something sometime in the future right there. So that's going to be exciting. So there's actually a lot coming up, especially here in May. We are getting ready to go down to see my mom and grandma, and we are taking the camper. So we're heading down to Foley, Alabama next week for 4 nights. And then the next weekend, I've got a trip with some girlfriends. I'm not sure yet if I'm taking the camper on that one or if I'm just gonna camp out of the Tahoe. And then 2 weeks after that, I have another trip in May with a girlfriend of mine. So it's gonna be busy. I've got some packing videos coming up. I don't know about y'all, but like, I love packing. I get excited about packing, whether it's packing the camper, packing my bag to go to the beach, especially packing for a cruise. And we have a cruise in September that I'm very excited about. I'm going to try to do some packing content here and there for those of you who may be interested in that. I'm going to record packing up the camper for our Foley trip, just so I can kind of show how much stuff we're taking, how we organize it in the camper, how it all fits, blah, blah, blah. So stick around, and I hope to see you on the next video. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.